write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around. Hustling, that's what made me rich. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'm up. Keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, they sold this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face. Right now it's like work for
It's week 3 of the NFL. And coming up next is the Commanders. Speedy running back. He's riding high the last week. Over 250 yards on the ground. It's the Commanders and the Panthers under the lights on Sunday night.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Here we go, set.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. And incomplete to open things up.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now Young. They'll check this down to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Young to throw it. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And normally in this spot, we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time, it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The kicker here, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And just shutting him off there. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That throw by Young incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
To throw, Young. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down for getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person called.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now here's Young. We'll get that to Charbonnet. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now this defense for the Commanders is much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their 1st win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Room here to run. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
And a loose
Oh, he was done.
Second and short now following the fumble. They'll drop the throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time,
Everybody missing
they don't
tackle.
even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
On second down, Young. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Young. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. Going left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long, as one of them told us. If I just breathe some bad breath.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Check, man. Check, man.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Their mobile quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Commanders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play on the ground there. Goes for 36 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Pushing his way through. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown, Panthers. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
Let's go now.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now back to throw. Steps away to, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Well, I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try to increase the lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game.
They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On second down, they'll run it here. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Hey, check that. Street.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now to get backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
60 Eagles.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hawk 70.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. York now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. That 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Young will set to throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw again. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
York on now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Black Ultra.
On 1st and 10, Young. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Set, ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready, ready, ready.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. It's Young on 1st down. He's got bingo. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Alert, alert, roll, roll.
Sanders' kick is good. Knocked this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come to halftime after a very and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's Washington now to take over. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to take another shot here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Switch, yellow, set, go.
Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Yellow, line, blue, check.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they did. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 66 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Young to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward.
Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Man, he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
19 Chargers, 19 Chargers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. He'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Derek Brown. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it? Did a great job of...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Now Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 30. Well, a touchdown here on this drive. It wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Looking to throw, Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So here's a 3rd and 14. Young down. Under pressure, and they get to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And he hits the but it caroms in anyway. Well, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Distance wasn't the problem, but he did need some help from the right upright, and he got it. A little kiss and in.
Yeah, unfortunately caught on the inside of the upright, and that pushed it through. This isn't like a baseball foul pole where you hit any part of it and it counts. It's got to go through the post. If he hits it on the outside, that's no good.
The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 103 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And quickly they get to the line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hurt. Hurt. Right there. Hurt.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he was in my way,
Go
man.
here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And Young's throw there incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Yeah, I can't leave
And
this
he'll be
open.
taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Young. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take it and they'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything.